Yo, what's up guys, Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the independent courier business and why it could be one of the best business opportunities to get into for 2022. I'm alongside my boy Jeff. Jeff has a channel called eBay Addicts. I will put it on the screen where he talks about how to be an independent courier and how he also buys and resells a bunch of stuff on eBay. But in this particular video, we're going to be talking about the independent courier gig, hustle, business, whatever you want to do it. We're going to show some checks and some pay stubs because Jeff pulls in around $2,000 to $3,000 a week, which comes out to over 6 figures. By the way, we've done a few videos on this and we got a lot of great feedback, questions, comments, concerns. People want to know how to do it. We took all our videos, sat down, mastermind, and put a book together talking about how to do the entire business, steps A to Z. You still got to put some work in, but we show you, what kind of car you need, different things you're going to need, different things you're going to need to know, where to go to get work. It's not an application for a guaranteed job, but we point you in the right direction. The book is only $38. It's in the description down below. But, welcome to the channel, Jeff. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you got going on.
Hey, my name is Jeff. I live here in Tampa, Florida, and I am known as a courier or independent contractor. I work as a 1099 independent contractor. So today, basically, if you don't know what that is, it's an app on your phone, just like Lyft and Uber, and you're basically a taxi driver for boxes. And I work for a local courier company here in Tampa Bay area, and it's basically an app on my phone. Whenever I want to work, I text my dispatcher, say 10-4, I'm available for work, and whenever I want to be off from work, I'm off. You get to make up your own schedule. Last night, for example, I just drove from here to Tampa to Melbourne, which is on the east coast of Florida, and came back, worked 5 hours, and made $530 in 5 hours. And the other 19 hours I had free to go do whatever I wanted to go do. So if that sounds something like you're interested in, you're like, man, I would like to be my own boss. I'd like to make up my own schedule. I would like to make, all you need is a cell phone, a car, and a driver's license, and you can make 6 figures a year. I'm living proof of it, guys. I have my paycheck stubs here to show you. This is paycheck stubs for 2 weeks. I'll try to zoom in so you guys can see it. This one here, I'll show them one of them at a time. Right?
Let it focus up.
Yeah, and so the first one he showed you was $2,911.30. I did 24 deliveries for the week, and then show them that one. Let it focus. There we go. It's zoomed in.
Can I just say one thing? I know you said that whenever you want to get work, you get in touch with your dispatcher on the app. This is not like you're going to your marketplace on your phone. You know how we have a marketplace app store on the iPhone? You're not going there and downloading an app. This is like a software slash website where you're going to log in and you're basically going to tell the dispatcher you're working with you're ready to work. This is not like an app. Everybody comments on the other videos we've done, what's the app, what's the app? This is not like a generic standard app. This is just like, an application or, a program that's connected with each and every, courier company, whether it's ABC Couriering or, Florida Couriering or, Boston Couriering. Every company's gonna have their own app. So before you make a comment, what's the app, what's the app? That's the situation on that when he says app.
Yeah, and so the app is once you get hired to work for a local courier company in your area or your city, they'll give you the training, they'll give you the app, and basically, like I said, you have whenever I want to work, I text my dispatcher and I say, hey, driver 30, I'm available for work. They'll text me back 10-4, we have work, and then they'll say, this is the work we have available, do you want to go do it? And you just say yes or no and let them know when you're available for work. I usually make most of my money working nights and weekends and holidays when nobody else wants to work. I go out here and kill the game. And I mean, just showing you guys, 1 week I did 24 deliveries and I made $2,911. This one here was another paycheck stub where I did 18 deliveries, and that's over $2,000 for a week's check. I'm trying to get the camera to zoom in. But anyways, if you add those two together for 2 weeks worth of work,
forget it.
it comes up to over $5,170 that we're making in 2 weeks. And while getting to be your own boss, while getting to make up your own work schedule. And nobody else is going to show you this except me and Felix. Who else is going to teach you this? And think about it. If you were going to go start up a business somewhere else, you would need thousands of dollars of startup capital.
So what is the startup for this? Besides, having a car, you don't really need anything. You
it's a zero,
car,
bro.
A phone, and some hustle.
Yeah, bro. You can need a driver's license. You need a car, and you need a cell phone. And obviously, you need to have insurance on your vehicle. But, I mean, that's it, bro. If you have a cell phone, you have a car, and you have a driver's license, after watching this video, you should have no excuses why you're not making 6 figures a year. The only person holding you back is you. Because when I show you this, these were checks that I made during the holidays. This was during Christmas Eve, I was working. Christmas Day, I was working. New Year's Eve, when you guys were out there shooting off fireworks, I was at work, making $5,000 in 2 weeks. And that's what I physically brought home, is over $5,100 in 2 weeks. So I'm here to help answer all of your questions and help you guys out. But I can teach you how to do it, but I can't make you hustle. I can't make you work. Like I tell you everybody all the time, I make all my money on nights and weekends and holidays. So while you guys are out here partying and shooting off fireworks, I'm cashing in. Nobody else wants to work. All the work gets funneled to me, and that's how I go out here and kill the game. And I wouldn't be, you know, I don't get paid to do these videos. Felix flew down here to Tampa to come see me. He was like, hey man, I need you to drop some game, drop some information to help people out that are struggling. You know, my background is when I flew down here to Tampa, I moved here from another country, from another state. You know, I was living in a hotel and I was working a minimum wage job delivering pizza. And after being held up at gunpoint, you know, for an armed robbery delivering pizza, I quit that job and started working as a courier. And I've been making 6 figures ever since. But I go out here and hustle, guys. You know, and you guys can do it too. You're just gonna have to hustle. I can't make you hustle, but I can give you all the information from A to Z on what to do and how I do it. I mean, we just filmed a video. I showed Felix the car that I drive. I show him my cell phone. I show him the app. I show him everything. We teach you everything you need to know. But you just you have to hustle.
We can show you how to do it, but we can't do it for you. So there you guys have it. After he went through that experience with the pizza, how did you actually go about getting work? Because everybody, you know, they come across this video, which could potentially be one of the best business opportunities of 2022. No real startup capital, no tech skills required or any of that stuff. But how do you actually go out there, land gigs, land work, and, you know, get opportunity to actually start driving?
Well, think about it. In most businesses, you need, you know, I don't have a college degree. I didn't have to spend, you know, thousands of dollars in debt. I just used my vehicle. You know, the only capital that I have I'm spending out of pocket is my gas, for put gas in my gas tank. That's it. The courier company, the way it's set up, I only get paid on commission. So every delivery that I do, I get paid 60%, and the courier company gets 40%.
But where did you actually find that?
Just listen, because they're the ones that's out here hustling, bringing you the work. So what I did is I went online. I showed you guys before. We shot a video. It has, I don't know, over 20,000 views now. And I showed you guys. So I went online, because we live in Tampa, and I looked Tampa Craigslist, and I typed in the word courier, and I just started applying for jobs. And this particular job, see, that's a big misconception that people have. They say in the comment section, or they send me emails and they say, well, I don't see any courier companies that say they're hiring for $100,000 a year job. You start off, they just give you an opportunity. You have to understand, I just got hired on Craigslist, searched the word courier, started applying for local courier companies in my area, and I worked for 4 or 5 different courier companies before I found one that was right for me. Because Florida is the 3rd most populated state in the country, so there's a lot of traffic. I don't want to work during rush hour traffic and be sitting in rush hour traffic. I like working in the middle of the night when there's no traffic. I can get in and out, you know, in a hurry. So yeah, I got hired on. I went and applied on Craigslist, searched the word courier, I applied for 4 or 5 different courier companies till I found one that works for me. We have an understanding, and like I said, I only get paid on commission. So that's a big misconception people have, is they say, well, I don't see any courier companies paying $100,000 a year. Every week, just like you would do for Lyft or Uber Eats or Postmates or any of those apps, you start off at 0, and then each and every day you build up at it. And when it's a brand new week, you start off at 0. So like, for example, this week I made $2,911. Well, I only did 24 deliveries for the week. So I focus on doing long distance out of town runs. So we're here in Tampa. So they may call me and say, Jeff, we need you to go to Orlando. And that one run from Tampa to Orlando may pay $100. Then I'll get over to Melbourne and they'll say, hey, we have a Melbourne to Tampa. That run will pay $165. Then when I'm at Melbourne, they'll say another run got called in, Melbourne to Gainesville, and that run pays $175. So they may have 2 of those boxes. Then I drive up to Gainesville, and then Gainesville might have 2 boxes coming back to Tampa, which I'm going back to Tampa anyways, and each one of those boxes pay $100. So you can quickly see how you can make $500, $600, $700 a night if you're willing to hustle and you're willing to work. Yeah. You know, I just show you guys, this is a real paycheck stub. And
this one is $2,911. So
$2,900. This one is $2,200. So in 2 weeks, guys, it was $5,170 is what I brought home in 2 weeks. So I mean, you guys, where else can you do that at?
So let's just do some math on this. 2,911 times 52 is 151,000. Now let's just take, you know, the small numbers, right? Let's say that he's making, say half of this goes to expenses, even though, you know, it's probably a lot less than that, but let's just say half of this goes to expenses. So let's take 2,911, right, and divide it by 2. That's 1,455. If we take 1,455, and he made this 2,911 in a week, even 1,455, which is half of this, times 52, that's $75,000. And, you know, like you said, no real upfront capital, no special licenses needed. You don't need a CDL. You don't really need anything besides work and hustle.
No college degree.
He's making money, but, you know, he was willing to, you know, and that's one thing I like that you said, Jeff. You were willing to go through, you know, multiple companies. Maybe the first company didn't do this right. You didn't like that. Okay, let me try this company. Okay, that wasn't, it was cool, but almost a perfect fit, but not really. Let me try this company. So a lot of people will hear about this, and after the, you know, first company they call that says they're not hiring, they'll say, oh, it doesn't work. It works if you work it and you put the work in. So the next question that I have on the board for us is, obviously we already know how much you can make. That's, you know, we clearly went over, you can make a lot of money. What kind of car and insurance is required? Is there any special car required or any special insurance that's required to do this?
Each courier company is different, Felix. I showed you guys my car. I just drive a little 2012 Jeep Compass, but you're driving your own personal vehicle. Most companies will want you to have a car that's at least 10 years or newer to where we're at, like we're in year 2022. That means they'll want you to have a vehicle that's at least 2012 and newer, but just keep in mind, you're a 1099 independent contractor. So just like you would be for Lyft or Uber or any of these other jobs, you're a 1099. So you're driving your own vehicle, you have to pay your own insurance, and you have to pay your own gas. So, but a lot of this stuff, the good thing about being a 1099 is a lot of this stuff is the tax write-off. So I just have, I have Geico car insurance. My car insurance usually runs me around $200 a month, which is, I'm going to pay insurance on a vehicle whether I'm driving for the courier company or not, right? And I just drive a regular vehicle. You know, I just drive a car and it takes me from point A to point B. But like I told you guys earlier, what other business can you start right now? You don't need a college degree. You don't need a CDL. You're not in debt. You know, you don't have to spend $10,000 to buy a food truck. You're using your own vehicle with a car and a cell phone and your driver's license, and you're off to the races.
What if you do have? Because I know people will say, you know, and the reason I keep doing rebuttals to what he's saying is because I know people will say, oh, I have an old car, can't do it. What if you do have an old car? My thought to it is, you know, some companies might want that car to be at least 10 years, nothing older than 10 years. But my thought is, you know, some companies might not care, right?
Dude, you're not hauling around passengers. You're hauling around boxes. You know, the boxes don't care. You're just driving from point A to point B. When you came and I picked you up at the airport 3 months ago, I wasn't driving the car that I'm in now. I was driving 2001 Toyota Camry. It was a 20-year-old car. The car cost $1,500. You know, you don't need tens of thousands of dollars. I spent $1,500 on the car, paid for my car insurance, and I paid my cell phone bill. My cell phone bill was like $50 a month. My car insurance, like I said, was like maybe $200 a month, and my car cost $1,500. That's how much I paid for the car, and I got it for a work car. I kept the car for a year or two. The car had 250,000 miles on it, and I had to replace it and upgrade and get a newer vehicle. Listen, guys, if you guys are willing to hustle, Felix just saw me 3 months ago, and since he came back to see me now, I just got a new apartment, a new SUV, and I've been ranking and leveling up in this courier game. I just get better and better and better at my job. And you guys can do the same thing. Like, if I'm showing you paycheck stubs of, you know, $2,200 or $2,900, you guys can at least make 6 figures a year. What I try to do in my brain when I work for the courier company is, I think in my head, there's 7 days in a week. If I can make $300 a night times 7 days, that's $2,100 a week. That's $100,000 a year. So that's all you guys need to do. You don't have to think, man, this sucks. I'm not making $700-800 a night, or I'm not thinking $500 a night like Jeff said in his video. Just make $300. If you can make $300 in 7 days a week, that's $2,100 a week. That's over $100,000 a year, guys. There literally are people right now that are lawyers, that are engineers that went to college for years and years and years that are not making 6 figures. And you get to do that while being your own boss, while making up your own work schedule, in your own vehicle, with an app on your phone. And all you're doing is just hustling in the nighttime while nobody else wants to hustle. That's all you got to do.
Perfect. So there you guys have it. I don't want to make this video too long. I think Jeff gave a lot of information. Like I said, him and I wrote a book together. It's called The Independent Courier Guide, where we basically take all the information from all the videos we have as far as cars you need, things you need to look out for, how to do this business or gig, and then also where and how to get work. But like I said, with all that information and everything we give you in these videos, plus the book, which is at only $38, which will be down in the description below, you still got to put work in it. We're not just spoon feeding you and doing the work for you. So again, thank you, Jeff, for joining us on the channel. Again, if you want access to Jeff's channel, I will put it on the screen. Also, the book is down below. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Bye, guys.